What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90-day fiance video, and this one is Love in Paradise, episode 2. But hey, let's not waste any more time, and let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, including every single person that is a member of Patreon as well, where you can find all of our unrestricted content. And trust me when I tell you, if you're not a part of it right now, you're missing out, but the link is down below in the description. Now, without no further ado, let's get into this week's episode.
Taking a big risk in this relationship because I'm opening not only my heart to Valentine, but I'm opening my personal life.
Now, in case you forgot, see, this is Carlos. He talks about he's taking a big risk. I mean, listen, to be honest with you, the only risk he's taken is the fact that he hasn't already told his family that he is a homosexual, that he is a gay man. If he had already told him that, then maybe the risk he's taken would have been less. But sadly, this young man is a complete donut. The fact that he's going into a relationship with someone that is open about his sexuality, massively open, and someone that is pretty much a free spirit in terms of, well, if you saw last episode, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen last week's episode, go check it out if you dig what I'm saying. But nonetheless, though, when it comes to Carlos here himself in particular, we talk about the red flags between the two couple. If you ask me between Valentine and Carlos, Valentine, for me, I reckon is less of a red flag purely because he's out there with everything, honest with it. Carlos, on the other hand, he's trying to play the safe hand, which is why he's more of a red flag, because at the end of the day, when things go south and his family starts to find out, he's the one that needs to find a way, or he's the one that's going to then choose what's he going to do. Is he going to stay with Valentine, or is he going to pick his family? I mean, listen, if you ask me, Carlos is a walking ticking time bomb. He's a walking abomination of just madness, purely because he's keeping secrets from his family. You know, and he's got a man flying over from the States who he doesn't know at this moment in time, but a man that's going to plan to actually propose to him. But here's the thing though, whether or not he knew Valentine was going to propose to him or not, it doesn't change the fact that if he's going to be a gay man, he's obviously going to get proposed to at some point anyway. So therefore, his family should be a situation that should have been dealt with before the show even existed. This guy. Anyway, let's continue with Carlos and his moaning. Carlos is literally just someone that just loves to moan, but doesn't want to take accountability for the fact that he hasn't put things into place. Yeah.
To choose one of them. I just hope that Valentine is worth it.
So he's referencing having to choose, about the potential having to choose between Valentine and his family. And hopefully he hopes that XYZ is worth it. The matter of fact is nothing is worth it until you're absolutely honest with everybody. How is he going to know whether Valentine's worth it? It's like he's waiting to find a man that he's going to fall in love with, and it's going to make him feel as if it's going to be worth him telling his family, because he's going to find someone that, regardless of what his family says, that person isn't going to abandon him. So basically, instead of like handling the situation on his own accord, which he's supposed to, he basically wants to bring someone else in to hold his hand, basically. So if things go south, that person is still there. What he doesn't want to do is tell his family and then feel like nobody likes him and therefore everybody abandons him. So therefore he's left on his own. So he wants to make sure he has a security net of having a guy there who's going to be ready to be his family if his family decide to not want to be with him. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what's the question? You know the question, right? Can we make sense out of no sense? Someone said humans. Nonetheless, though, let's get into it.
Abby and I have been carrying on a long distance relationship in secret. I don't want to hurt Gabby, and I'm pretty sure Abby doesn't want to hurt Gabby either, but I really do love Abby, and I'm confident that she feels the same way.
Frankie is one hell of a freaking donut. So Frankie, for the people that don't know, he is someone that is in love with a lady in Brazil. But the lady in Brazil, Abby, she has got a wife of 10 years called Gabby. You see what I'm saying, okay? And you see, when Frankie went over to Mexico some years ago, Mexico. Man, there's so many countries at the time. I do apologize if I got it wrong or if it's Mexico or Brazil, but I'm going to go with Brazil for right now, okay? But he went over there, he went over to Brazil. He was obviously having a good time. These two ladies took an attraction to him. They went back to their place, and then they ended up having basically a three-way, you know what I mean? Now, obviously, in that time, he's kept in contact with Abby and Gabby since he's left. But the only thing is, though, he's made serious contact with Abby for the time, and therefore, him and Abby have now fallen in love for each other. But he's thinking that he's going to fly back over there, and he's hoping or believes that when he goes there, he's going to propose to Abby, and Abby's going to leave Gabby for him. But the matter of fact is, though, even though Abby has made it clear that she does like him, that she does have an interest in him, and that she is obviously talking to him behind Gabby's back, and the fact that she is going to see him pretty much at this moment in time behind Gabby's back, there is no part where she's actually said that she's going to leave her wife to be with him. So why he has this crazy idea, I don't know. And to be honest with you, I kind of wanted to all fall apart for him purely because he's being optimistic on a dumb level. Like, yo, have the conversation first. You know, say to her, like, what would happen if X, Y, Z? Don't just fly to another country and assume someone's going to get engaged to you. This guy's a clown. But anyway, I'm all for the drama. You know what I mean? But let's get into it.
That Abby could say no and reject my proposal, but I'm ready to take this risk. And I really feel like it's my time to be happy.
So he knows that she may say no. But he's still gonna buy an expensive engagement ring, still buy a plane ticket to go there in the hopes that she's gonna say yes, because it's time for him to be happy. I mean, to be honest, being happy at someone else's expense is a bit of a tricky one. The fact that she's already married to someone else is a tricky one. I don't really know if that's the safest way to make yourself happy, if you know what I mean. If she had already separated from her partner, different conversation, but she hasn't. This guy right here, complete donut. But hey, Frankie, best of luck to you, buddy. But when it all falls down, not gonna lie, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna laugh long and hard and say, see, you're a clown, huh? Trying to be a homewrecker. Like, just be grateful that them two wanted to have a freeway with you at the time, but now, like, don't overstep the boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's... And does he not know that sometimes some women who are bisexual, even when they are in a relationship with a female, sometimes they get a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for here? They get a little bit, wood hungry, shall I say. You know, they miss that thickness for, you know what I mean? So sometimes they just want that male attention just to, you know, reignite their, you know what I mean? But they don't actually want to be with you. This clown right here, I'm not saying that's the case with them two, but again, he needs to put that into consideration that it could be a possibility. Going to Brazil thinking he's going to be able to steal a beautiful woman from a beautiful woman. Not saying that he's not a good looking guy, but like, you're trying to steal a beautiful woman from a beautiful woman. Okay, of 10 years. Okay, and I know beauty isn't all of it, but like, yes, I'm judging the book by its cover. But if we're looking at Frankie compared to the wife, yeah, no, I don't see that happening. But hey, nonetheless, though, let's continue. Call me out for that. Don't care. Just saying it as it is. Keeping it straight. I know you guys are thinking it too, so don't act like you wasn't thinking what I just said. Anyway, let's get into it.
Key to connect to spirits and figure out what my path is supposed to be.
The woman who has not grown, and I don't mean in size, just hasn't grown mentally. 21 years of age, she had one side, she had one mentality. 21 years later, has a... Listen, the matter of fact is, last episode, she was certain that the man that she's gonna go marry was the guy, and she wasn't rushed into anything. But now she's out here trying to get a reading to see what the future may hold. I thought she was certain. Why are you so unsure now? Oh man, the way TLC find these people, man, it is absolutely comical. But anyway, let's continue.
Tension with an ex or someone who was trying to court him.
Quote unquote, a womanizer.
Right.
Is that going to be an issue with you?
Probably.
I mean, listen, first and foremost, Johan, the line of work he's in, he's an entertainer. You know, he does hospitality work, you know. When people come over, he does all the hospitality. That's the kind of line of work he's in. So he's going to be coming across so many different women all the time. And a lot of women are going to want to obviously flirt with him. And I guess if he's in a relationship, he shouldn't really want to flirt back. But you never know, right? And to be fair, how did they meet? They met for his job. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, to be honest with you, I don't even know why this is even a thing right now, because she should already understood that based on his line of work, there's going to be a lot of flirting with a lot of clients who are obviously going to be flirting with him. He may flirt back for business purposes, who knows? But at the end of the day, though, she needs to remember how they met in the first place. And if they met underneath his job, we'll expect him to always be like that. You know what I mean? And at the same time, if she's going to be paranoid that maybe he's going to be unloyal, well, to be honest with you, you chose your bed and... that's it. Was it? Wait, chose your bed. What's the phrase again? Either way, man, it's her problem. Yeah.
Need to plant a banana tree while I'm in the Dominican Republic in order to tame Johan's womanizing energy. We make.
I don't know who's in this type of lifestyle. So what I'm about to say may offend you, but this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. So there's a part in this episode that I haven't shown you, right, where she says that she knows that obviously in his line of work, women are always going to come to him, which is why she's at this region, right? Or whatever this is. My apologies, but I don't know what it is, right? But the fact is this, though. Why go into a relationship with someone that you know their line of work involves a lot of women, knowing that you're going to be a paranoid person, an insecure person, and then go to some dude who does some sort of spiritual stuff so he can then tell you what to do to be able to tame your partners or your future husband's womanizing abilities. So what's he meant to do for work? So that means when he goes to America, at least I believe that's the plan. She basically doesn't want him. She basically gonna want him to find a new line of work. She wants him. She's obviously gonna try and convince him to do something different from what he does now. Oh, man, it's like I just don't understand. Like, why be in a relationship with someone that you're looking to then tame? You know, if he's calling, oh my days, you just couldn't write this stupidity. At the end of the day, why? Just why? Like, lady, are you? Can we make sense out of stupidity? Yeah, I changed that time. Can we make sense out of stupidity? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go and plant a banana, something around a banana tree, and we're doing this because this is gonna help tame Johan's, womanizing. Oh. So, I've got a perfect solution, and it's for free as well, and lacks less effort. Just break up with him and find someone that doesn't give you these insecurities for you to have to feel like you need to go and do X, Y, Z. How about you do that? I think that'd be a great idea. What do you think? Huh? This woman, man, she gets on my nerves. Such a beautiful woman, but such a clueless brain. Anyway, let's continue.
I appreciate you so much.
You're welcome. Now you're not going there blindly.
Right.
I definitely still have some doubts about marrying Johan, but
I wouldn't even call it doubts. I would call it just flat out insecurities. Flat out just... Maybe I shouldn't say this next word to be fair with you. Now, I'll say it. It's flat out psychopath tendencies, if you ask me. Yeah. Hey, let me go find a guy, and then when I find him, let me see if I can tame him to make sure women don't want to be near him, and he doesn't want to be near them, and he doesn't flirt with them. In fact, let me find a guy and just make him into a flat out robot. Yeah, that's psycho tendencies. What is going on here? You know, sometimes you turn on the TV, you watch a little bit of reality TV, and you're like, hold a minute, is this what I'm watching right now? Wait, is this what I'm having to process right now? Bruh, that's mad. But okay, whatever. So, like I said before, for me, it's insecurities, love. Nothing else but that. But okay, cool. And psycho tendencies. Now, forget the insecurities, just psycho tendencies. That covers insecurities as well. But hey, let's continue.
I still have some doubts about marrying Johan, but getting Papa's guidance has given me the feeling that at least I have a plan. But the
plan. See, I've been talking about this in season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé. And now we're in 90 Day Fiancé Love in Paradise season 2, I believe, right? And she talks about the word plan. You know how I've been saying all the Americans on 90 Day Fiancé they all plan to go and meet someone abroad, tell them X, Y, Z, but when they come to the States, they say to them, do you know what, everything that you said, forget that, we're in America now, baby. Look at this lady. Oh, but I do have a plan to tame you up. I've got the plans to be happy in the most organic, natural way possible, not to have a plan to try and control your narrative.
So sometimes I just want you to say a little more of positive things to me. You're not very, verbally affectionate.
Now she goes on to say that he used to tell me all these things. So the fact that he used to tell her all these things means that he doesn't struggle with giving verbal affection. So he tells me one thing and one thing alone. Lady, he's just not into you. He just doesn't want to be with you. I've never seen someone so freaking desperate for a man. I said this last episode and I'll say it again. The fact that she is going to travel all the way to Jamaica for him to meet his son for the very first time, when he has every ability to go to America to see his son. And for the people that missed last week's episode, yes, he has a visa to go to America because he has been there before already anyway, whilst they were a thing. No, in fact, he went there while she was pregnant, but then missed the day that their child was born. It's been 10 months since the baby's been born, and he has not been able, or he has not traveled back to the States to even see his son without, at this moment in time. And he can. There's been no excuses. But hey, because obviously she's so desperate for him to see his son, and so desperate, most importantly, so desperate to be with him because she just doesn't want to be a single mom, she's going to go there and hope that their son is going to convince him enough to want to move all the way to America to be with her as well as her son. But really and truly, I don't know if her real agenda is that she just wants him to step up to be the father, and that's why she wants to really give it a try, or if she just really, really wants him and just trying to think that using the son might actually help her get him back and actually get them to be married. And to be fair, she spoke about, getting married, so therefore he gets a visa, but he has said that he doesn't want to get married for a visa. So end of the day, right now, we can't say that this guy's trying to use her for a visa in any kind of way, but at the same time though, what is he, I mean, it's very simple, he wants to be in his son's life, but only on his terms. So the matter of fact, it seems to me as if he's only ever going to see his son only when he's brought to Brazil by the mum, which is just so sad. And she needs to open up her eyes and see that. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. She's got so much more to offer to a guy that will actually want to her, apart from her just removing this psychotic mentality of, I'm gonna go and get him. He doesn't want you. See it, read it. Anyway, let's continue.
I appreciate you, Gary. I'm telling you, no, I appreciate you, bro.
I hope you don't just appreciate me as like Odin's mom. I want you to appreciate me like in a relationship with you as well.
The man said she spoke about how he used to tell her that he loved her. His response was, I appreciate you. Her response is, but I want you to appreciate me as well as your son. She went from, you used to say love, and she's now even adapted to the desperate state of saying, well, you can at least tell me you appreciate me too. Like, you can't read between the lines, and I just don't know for this woman. But hey, let's continue.
If I am committed to be in this relationship with her. I know it's selfish, but that's just me.
Man, it's like as I watch this, I just know what's gonna happen. Literally, man, I'm too good for these. In 90 Day Fiancé, they need to bring me on to the production team so I can help them actually write storylines that are not easy to read. But for me, man, I read these things so easy. I'm hardly ever wrong, man. It's a madness. But anyway, listen. The fact is, he's just come out to admit that he doesn't even know if he wants to be with her. If you ask me, that's him saying that he doesn't want to be with her. Point blank, period. But the thing is, though, he now needs to be a man and actually tell her that I don't want to be with you. But maybe he's afraid that if he tells her, she will no longer bring his son to go and view him and to go and see him. But that's the thing, though. He knows that that's his son. So at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with him going to the States to go and see his own son. So if you ask me, he's using her emotions against her. He's using her emotions, so therefore she's the one paying the way of bringing their son to Jamaica rather than him going to America to visit his son. I see what he's doing here. He's doing that mental game. He's a very, very evil man. But at the same time, she's a very, very stupid woman. Evil and stupidity together at the same time. Can you imagine? God damn. Anyway, and you know what the crazy thing is? It's not even like he's actually mentally like abusing her. That's not even the case. She's so desperate. He's just playing on it. That's it. Simple as anything. Wow. Lady, stop being desperate.
Trying to protect Valentine from, any accident, and he's doing what he wants, even though I'm the one who knows the ropes here.
We already know that Valentine and Carlos are toxic as hell. But literally, Valentine has only just arrived at the airport. They're now driving, and to be fair, I don't even know why Valentine's even driving straight off the bat, but it tells you who's the dominant one in the relationship. And they're already arguing. I won't lie to you, road rage can definitely be a make or break situation. I'm not gonna lie to you, because some people, when they're driving, they're not very nice people. I mean, I should know. I do have my own fair share of road rage. But I know how to calm myself down as quick as possible. You know what I mean? Just let me be. Let me stress, and then I'll calm down. You know what I mean? Don't interrupt me while I'm stressing while I'm driving now. But anyway, they're wasting no time arguing, and that basically shows us exactly what we already know, and that is that these two should not be together at all in any kind of way. But hey, it is what it is.
I'm really realizing the difference between arguing in person versus over the phone is I can't hang up. I can't say, okay, I'm gonna talk to you later. Click. Now it's like, oh my God, this is here.
Wow, imagine that. We argue all the time on the phone, but we can just hang up. But I'm sure it's gonna be different in person. You see what I mean? The fact is, these two have had red flags way before they met, and they've broken up multiple times as well before they met. But for some bizarre reason, Valentine thinks that it's time to propose, even though they've had so many on and offs throughout their relationship in the past, 2 years, I think it was, he said. Oh man, you just couldn't write this level of dumbness. Meanwhile, do you know what? Carlos is just a lost cause. Yes. Round him up to a lost cause.
Alcoholic.
This is alcohol.
That's alcohol?
Yeah, of course.
Carlos, you know I don't drink.
But this is a special occasion. I misunderstood that he definitely doesn't drink at all.
Oh my God. So he misunderstood that Valentine doesn't drink. How long have you been known each other for? He didn't misunderstand. He just doesn't take accountability that he's messed up. Because the fact is, though, when Valentine first says, are you sure this is alcohol? He goes, it is alcohol. And then Valentine's like, oh, I don't like alcohol. Carlos is like, but it's a special occasion. So that means he knows. The fact that his excuse was, I thought because it's a special occasion, that means he knows that he doesn't like alcohol. So for him to say that I misunderstood, it's complete BS. Because he understood. He just didn't care to pay attention. And to be honest with you, I hate it when people say that. Like, if you know that you don't drink and then someone says, but hey, there's a drink, but it's a special occasion. No. If I don't drink, I don't drink. It means it doesn't matter whether it's a special occasion or it's not. I don't drink. I hate it when people are so disrespectful to people's lifestyles. Like, legit. It's like myself in particular, you know. Obviously, I live a very healthy lifestyle, you know, pretty much all the time, right? And sometimes I might go away and have a little chicken, but I really dislike it when someone does it for me. I really do. When someone says to me, hey, you know, so I bought you, you know, a bag of sweets. Why? Did I ask you for them? Nope. Is that a part of my plan? Nope. What gave you that idea? You know that I eat healthy all the time, and you know that I only eat little things here and there only when I'm in the mood to do it. I won't do it when I'm not in the mood. So why? And then they look at you as if you're the bad person. I'm not, because I've told you who I am. You just haven't cared to listen, or you've listened, but you've thought that, I'm sure he or she wouldn't mind because, you know, it's a little treat here and there. It's been a while since I've had one. I don't give a damn how long it's been since I had one. You never know though. I might have one when you're just not here. Either way, people need to respect people's wishes. So to be honest with you, I feel I relate. That's why I'm able to project in this one. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's continue with this madness.
Paying attention to this, I'm feeling uncomfortable, honestly.
My overall frustration with the champagne being real was his nonchalantness, or more concerned with the fact that he was trying to create a welcoming experience, and I should get over it.
I'm going to keep this one very simple. Carlos is a diva.
Tú tienes todo por la boda. Tú tienes flores, fotos,
Todo.
witnesses.
Menos mi traje.
Un traje.
Yo en adelanto le di 3. Restan 3.500.
Now, it's very important we pay attention to this scene because in the last one, her friend said that they think that maybe he's in it more for the money and the lifestyle because one, she's always paying for things, and two, well, he got a tattoo of a dollar sign that she then got him to cover up, and three, it feels like maybe he's just looking for a green card and she is his cash cow. So at this moment in time, she has given him money for the wedding that he's obviously going to use, but there's still some more money needed for things that he didn't buy. Now, all the money that they're talking about is from her bank account. Pay attention.
Johan's suit for the wedding cost $113, and I already gave him the deposit. Now he needs the remaining $61, and of course he doesn't have it.
So,
Exhibit A.
¿cuánto? Tú no tienes dinero por un traje. Un baby es más caro de un traje. ¿Sí o no?
The reason why she's now mentioning a child, saying that a child's more expensive than a suit, is because she's making a comparison because, well, Johan wants to have a kid. She told him in this episode that she's only got 2 more years based on what the doctor said about her in terms of her actually being able to have another child because at this moment in time, she's 42. But she's also said that there's a possibility that having children may not even happen as well. But at the end of the day, though, she's trying to say to him that, listen, if you couldn't manage money for a suit and a wedding, how are you going to manage money for a baby when it comes? Which therefore proceeds to the next part of what she says.
Money is something that we argue about a lot because he just assumes that I'm going to pay for everything because I'm American.
Gracias.
Oh.
That's beautiful.
But this is where she should be trying to control the narrative. She shouldn't even be in a position where she's considering marrying someone who she knows that they only ever fall out because of money. If you ask me, money is one of the biggest red flags in any relationship. If we're having an argument about or falling out over money all the time, believe me, I'm out because really and truly, that's one area in life that I definitely never want to have an issue with someone that I'm with because trust me when I tell you, money can make people become very, very evil.
I'm going to pay for everything because I'm American. Every dinner, every excursion, which is annoying because I work really, really hard for my money.
So the fact that she paid for a plane ticket to go to the States, to go to where's Johan again? So there's so many countries. There's Colombia, that's Carlos. Brazil, I'm sure is the ladies. I'll figure it out. But either way, though, where she's at with him, I think it's Brazil. Yeah. So she's paid for a plane ticket. Now she's paying for their hotel, paying for their food, and she's thinking about marrying this guy. Why? If it was me, instead of her going off and getting readings about taming him, she needs to get readings about how he's going to start earning money because to be honest with you, it seems to me as if the moment he comes to America, he ain't looking to work for nobody.
Y mucho del dinero que yo gano es para ayudar a mi familia. Nosotros vivimos en uno de los pueblos más pobres de la República Dominicana. Y
that's it, DR, Dominican Republic. Right, so here's the thing though. She just said to him that having a kid with a man with no money is like having 2 kids. And to be fair with you, that makes a lot of sense. But of course, he's come out with that typical excuse of the money that I make goes to my family. Hold on a minute, but if you want to have a kid and you want to marry someone, isn't that now your family too? So shouldn't you be prioritizing your family with your wife and your child over anybody else? Honestly, I really hate people that come from this lifestyle where they pay for their family. It's the dumbest thing ever because I thought we was raised to be able to learn how to pay for our own family that we're going to create on our own accord, not to keep paying for the family that... if you're offended, I couldn't care less because it makes no sense. It doesn't. Oh God. Anyway, let's continue.
Vive aquí o en Nueva York?
Los dos.
Baby. And you want to have homes in 2 different countries, you're going to need more money. So you have to come up with some kind of plan, because your plan cannot be that I will handle all of it.
If you ask me, don't even waste your energy. Just leave this guy. That's it. Flat out. Flat out. I mean, what would you do? Let me know, please, in the comment section.
It's all about manifestation. When you are orgasming with your partner, you can harness that energy and use it to manifest things in your life. So if our goal is to create a baby, then we're harnessing that energy in order to manifest that.
After a very serious, important, intense conversation, they proceed to go to the bedroom to have sex to make babies. Wow. These people.
Emocionada. Es un osito apapachable y restregable. Es cachondería, mi amor. Me encanta, es cachondilla.
So sad that Gabby is excited, but little does she know Abby and Frankie have different plans.
Gonna come here to chill out and have a great time.
Tengo muchas ganas de abrazarlo. Quiero leerlo.
Sí. But she don't have any idea that Frankie and we are in love, and we have different plans now.
What's love gotta do? Gotta do with it. When you're married to a fool and he's doing the dirty deed behind your back. To be honest with you, Frankie's a fool, man. Frankie should have just made sure that he pleased them both, and he could have just got married to them both, you know what I mean? That's what I would have done, you know what I mean? But Frankie now, he's a clown. And Abby is a conniving, backstabbing, no good. And if you ask me, Gabby, if she finds out, should leave Abby. You know what I mean? Simple as that, because boy, it's not nice to be with someone that's doing a madness behind your back, especially when you've been open pretty much, at least I like to think, for the last 10 years.
Involucrar, pues,
una chispita más a la vida.
Regularmente nos gusta más como involucrar a hombres, pero nunca repetimos plato, o sea, porque sí ha tenido experiencias que el chico se enamora de alguna.
Frankie, you messed up. They don't even bring people in all the time. This guy messed up. He went for one. Fool. Ah, such beautiful women. I wouldn't have been able to pick one, to be fair. I'd have been like, listen, I have you both or I have none. I can live with having none. Because having one of yous, knowing that I could have had the other one too, yeah, that'd be a regret that I just wouldn't be able to live with. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anyway, let's continue.
Entonces ha sido diferente con Frankie. Todos sabemos que esto es solo diversión y después Frankie regresará a Estados Unidos. Muchas gracias y adiós.
I feel for Gabby, I really do, because Abby's just like... Wow.
So worry about me, and he has a big heart, and he gives me the best of him. Gabby loves me, but she always been busy and working, and she don't worry about some of my feelings.
Oh, he's got a big heart, right? He's got a big enough heart to steal you from your flipping woman. But at the end of the day, if you're unhappy with your woman, you should have just voiced these things to your woman. And if you have voiced them already and she hasn't listened and things have not ever progressed, then you should have left her way back rather than waiting for someone to come in to try and basically steal you away. Because right now you're looking petty as hell, Abby. Petty as hell. And pathetic.
Is to marry Frankie and move to the US. But I don't want to lose Gabby. I want to find a way to bring Gabby with me and we can be all together happy.
Right, so she does want to marry Frankie. Okay, so that's been confirmed. But she only wants to marry Frankie only if Gabby comes with her, by the sounds of it. Which isn't going to happen because Gabby hasn't been able to make a connection with Frankie the same way Abby has anyway. So at the end of the day, if Frankie had handled himself properly and he had obviously maneuvered himself with both women, we wouldn't be in this predicament. But to be fair with you, the question is Abby going to pick America and Frankie? Or is she going to pick Gabby and stay in Brazil? That is the question. We shall wait and see. But as far as I'm concerned, it's only the beginning. But to be honest with you, that is a twist that I wasn't expecting. But nonetheless though, best of luck to Gabby, to be honest with you. Screw Frankie and screw Abby. Nonetheless, thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Well, at least the next episode next week. And of course, any other video that I upload, obviously, throughout the week. You dig what I'm saying? But hey, like, subscribe, and peace.